Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to the Chupacabra's Lair. I'm your host, Larry the Chupacabra, and we're back for another mobile review here today, taking a look at the endless runner game called Rinka by Tsukishima Factories Incorporated and an indie developer from Japan who goes by the name Ryan Wolf. I'm not certain if that's Ryan's name or if that's just his web handle. But he's made this interesting game called Rinka, and it's all about being a cute little mote of light in a dark and sinister forest or environment, and your job is to tap the screen to help this little cute mote of light stay hovering in the air and not smashing into other things. And all along the way, you've got these little particles, these specks of light that you can gather up so that you can see further into the distance to make it easier to judge upcoming obstacles. And that's the core versatility of the game. It's just a cute little endless kind of tapper, endless runner type game that takes you through a glowing, like a cave and a rainforest to just try to stay alive as long as possible. And on that mark, it's actually pretty good. I don't see a lot of endless runner games that I could really say are truly relaxing and something that you could play, like, I don't know, on the bus or in the car, or maybe, well, not if you're driving, obviously, but in any one of those different situations where you just kind of want to tune out the world around you so you don't have to talk to, like, Jeff on the train, because Jeff smells like he bathes in beef stroganoff, and he's got like this weird jittery eye thing going on. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward, and yeah, if you're looking for an endless runner game, this might be one for you. And I almost beat my best score there, and I'm saying words to you guys. So, there are a couple little hiccups inside of Rinka that I wouldn't mind chatting with you guys about. The main one is you really have to tap it lightly and multiple times in order to really control it well. Because, I don't know, it's kind of like a jittery little mote of, it's like a bubble or a mote, a speck of light or dust in the air, and the motions of this little speck are not smooth. It stops very suddenly, and it kind of starts very suddenly, and the motions of this little speck of light are very choppy, and that kind of makes it hard to judge and to control. It's not very intuitive. And almost immediately inside of the game, although it does look like a couple new environments have been added since I last played this, so that's kind of cool. There's like little crystals here in a cave. Almost immediately in this game, the terrain starts to get very samey. Like, there's a very set number of randomly generated chunks that can appear in the game, so I wouldn't mind a little bit of additional variety added to the game to really give you a reason to continuously play it. And that's something that I've seen from a lot of sort of endless runner type games, is they tend to lack a lot of, like, procedural generation that would really make them super duper interesting. You tend to replay the same areas over and over and over again, and that can be kind of boring. It would be really cool if you had, like, a goal in mind, because really the goal in endless runners is always just to get, this is super spicy, look at this. Oh, it's a narrow corridor, you saucy devil, Ryan. It would be really nice if you had a goal other than just getting further. Because really right now, the only goal I have is to just travel a little bit further every single time I play to beat my previous score. And as a person who's not really a completionist type of person, like I've never given a crap to get every last coin in Mario, having every last secret in Metal Gear Solid unlocked is not super important to me. It would be cool if you could, by going further and getting like a special speck of light deep in like a cave or something near a really narrow passageway, I could unlock alternate environments. Maybe I could start seeing environments that interact with me, where you have to, like, activate, like, a plant frond in order to open up a new passageway that will make my life easier down the road, but it's really hard to get to immediately. You know, little tidbits like that would be kind of cool. Other than that, the only other issues I've ever run into in this game is, it doesn't run super great on the older iPad, because I have an older iPad that I occasionally review and play games on. It's really framey and really jittery on that older machine, so be wary when you try to install this on iOS. It can be a little bit hit or miss. It's actually a little bit framey today on my Android while I'm recording, but for the most part, this game runs pretty well on my Nexus 5 smartphone, my Nexus 5 Android phone. Oh, darn it. I say that just as, oh, hello, what's this? Oh, well, that's new. Not sure if I like that. So this game is primarily supported by ads, and I just saw that now this has, like, pop-up ads that control your screen for a few seconds. Now, I'm all for... Oh, whoa, why is this so... This got really framey after these ads are loading. You know, I'm all for games that support themselves with ads because Rinka is free, but if you're gonna give me ads that pop up and take over my screen like Game of War is doing right now, it would be really nice if you would put a limiter in the game where I only see one of those big pop-up ads every so many minutes, because those are really annoying. Like, those interrupt my gameplay, they're hard to deal with. If you've got, like, a slower phone, they can really lag out your screen and everything. I don't really like that. That's not the best. Don't do that. But so, my main feedback for the creator is that it's a good standalone endless runner game. Everything's pretty standard and simple here, but when you're competing with 1,000 other endless runner games that are both clones of popular games and somewhat original, you really need to do something for yourself that really lets you stand out from the pack, and I think you've got this great light thing going on here, although it's gotten really framey now after those ads popped up on my screen. That's not good. Oh, come on, don't die. Dang it. Frickin' ads are killing me today, Smalls. They're killing me, literally. But it would be nice with this glowing light thing going on, so we're having like glowing objects in a dark spooky cave or a dark sinister forest. It would be really nice if we had more stuff that would like light up in the background when you eat these motes of light to see stuff ahead of you on your path. And you gotta maybe like an interplay of punishment where if you eat too many specks of light, things start to wake up in the environment and try to eat you occasionally. So you gotta be careful how many you eat so that you have just enough light to see the terrain ahead, but not too much light so that stuff doesn't wake up and try to eat your face off. That would be kind of cool. Just something that sets this game apart as more than just an endless runner. And you might think to yourself, well, Larry, there's not... oh, excuse me. There's nothing wrong with a game that's an endless runner, especially one that's somewhat punishing. But, again, people are always playing like a dozen free endless runner games. You gotta have something that people are like, oh shit, I better tell my friends about this. This is awesome. So some interplay with the environment and things that wake up or glowing items in the environment or the background or something. Different on environments and like worlds that you could unlock as you go through here. Just unlockable stuff in general would really give people a goal to reach while playing your game that they wouldn't otherwise have. And maybe some optimization for graphics and some improvement of the smoothness of the controls as I tap so the mode of light doesn't kind of jitter around like a drunken bubble on vacation, and I think we'd be good to go. Although, yeah, don't do that frickin' I hate pop-up ads that take over my screen. And now they've just made this really, they've killed the frame rate for me. Don't do that. So that's kind of a downside to this. That, I don't know if it's newer or if I just didn't see it before when I first played. And I played quite a bit of this before to get to like 20-some points in the game. But be careful with pop-up ads. Like, I hate them. They make things so very framey for me. And also, I've had like, I don't know, 5 of them already. And I've barely, how long have I've been doing this for like 10 minutes. So, I would definitely encourage you, if you keep the pop-up ad stuff, to put in like a chunk of code that limits how many of them you see in a short span of time. Because I think right now what's happening is every so many deaths, one of those pop-up ads will show up to show me an ad. And you can die in the course of like 5 minutes. You could die like 20 times and you'd have to see like, I don't know, 10 ads that pop up. And that's not very good. I don't really like that. But you know, I'm not opposed to ads in games. Don't get me wrong, this game is free. But I can't help but feel like games that are heavily ad-supported wouldn't be better if, like, you just added, like, a whole bunch more features and then just offered the free version as the dumbed-down version with ads, and then for people who really love your game, because, you know, those people do exist, they could buy a full-fledged version and play without the advertisements. So, that's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host today, checking out Rinka. I am Larry the Chupacabra. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more upcoming game reviews where we check out stuff and junk, then by all means, subscribe and hop on board. I play all sorts of games. I play console games, I play PC games, I play mobile games on iOS and iPad and Android. Not so much the Android tablets anymore. My Android tablet, I got one of the original Galaxy tabs, and, well, technology kind of went off without it, and I can't really play a lot of games on that sucker anymore. But, you know, to each their own. Easy come, easy go. I got it for practically nothing. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. You can find links to play Rinka in the description. It's available for both iOS and Android. It's just, the controls are a little bit jittery sometimes, and it's a little hard to get used to at first. It has a few performance issues on older hardware, and it's got those gnarly pop-up ads, and that's not the best. So, check it out if you're interested. I've been Larry. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo!